asked me, like, can I borrow it?
She didn't say yes. He tells her I might not get my green card.
No! Mama, please, no!
Emotionally manipulated her so hard she couldn't imagine her husband not getting that green card after 18 months of processing.
Take my $15,000. I'll figure it out.
She sent them over the course of 5 days, and he kept reminding her about it.
Hey, don't forget to send the payment.
Like, boy, shameless! She told her parents, her siblings, that he owed a lot of money. She didn't tell them he owed her. He visits Dallas again, hangs out with her family. They all fly out to Cabo for a wedding. He sneaks up to her again.
Ben, sweetie, there's something I have to tell you.
What's it gonna be? What now, babe? Remember that friend that gave him the $5K? She sends him $3,000. I don't know. You have a big heart. No, she's just hearing all these excuses like, oh, okay, that's a big heart. She's paid him like $19,000 at this point. Another $3,000. But they're in Cabo. She's posting stories with her man.
There's a lot of people looking at these stories from Denmark.
15 dames religiously stalking her.
Is this your ex?
He was like, oh, yeah, it is. I was like, oh, so she's watching my stories.
Lock them, he tells her. Flies back to Denmark. She's back in Dallas. This time, it's her turn to visit him in Denmark. It's finally time to meet her husband's family. Wait. Y'all didn't meet? No. Just like how she sent him her passport before her phone number. She married him before she met the royal family.
The second I walked in, me and his mom instantly connected.
Wait, but like, over Google Translate. Last I recall, he didn't want you there because they didn't speak English.
One thing I will say is they lived in a very, very humble home.
Wait, what? A very humble home in the village? His Highness.
I didn't think anything of it.
The royal facade was not the only crack. She realized he was not as close to his family as he claimed to be. He was also embarrassed about the humble home, like it was something to hide.
They haven't renovated it. Like, I don't understand they have all this money.
And when the story starts cracking, he reinforces it. He shows her his expensive assets, the Rolex. He wants to take this watch with him to Nigeria, to the village for her grandma's burial.
And he said, no, like, this is a special occasion. Like,
and not to flex your wealth. Okay, people. It's not a gala, it's a funeral. But he paid for everything in Denmark and Nigeria, still owing her $26,000. He was amazing with her family in Nigeria. She fell deeper for him. And honestly, I guess it kind of makes sense. You see this guy feeling above and beyond. He's really immersing himself. He's paying attention. You start to love him more. Tells her the tax thing is done now. He's going to transfer her the money he owes her soon. They fly back to Denmark, and he scurries up to her again.
There's something I have. No, wait, it's good news this time. There's a buyer for that real estate investment he did.
Oh my gosh, this is the best news in the world.
Hold up, Onyeka.
He said, there is one caveat.
They'll only purchase via collateral in an escrow account.
I have never experienced anything like this in my real estate career.
Because this was a different country, she didn't think much. But let me clarify what that means, though. The seller who owns the property has to put $120,000 into a third-party escrow account, or the buyer to feel safe about the deal as collateral. If you're a serious buyer, why the hell would you want the seller to put collateral? You're literally buying their asset. It's all backwards. It's ridiculous.
We don't have this money. Like, there's no way we can make this work.
Of course. He calls the bank and gets a $100,000 loan, but he's short.
How much money do you have?
Asks her. Mind you, he still owes her $26,000. Not enough, she tells him. She gave him like $3,000. $29,000 he owes her right now. Deal goes through. We'll close in 6 weeks. Time to celebrate. How? Well, with a trip, of course. Boy, shut the Somebody put this man on a no-fly list, I bet.
She says, I don't have money for a trip.
We'll use your credit cards.
I beg your pardon?
Y'all don't have to tell me this is stupid. I'm fully aware.
This might be the only time this series she actually took accountability for sort of allowing this to happen. But they go to Portugal. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a pattern. Every single time he'd get a little bit out of her, they'd go on a trip. Mind you, he had a good career.
100% real. And he was making about $400,000 a year.
She verified that. That's $34,000 a month. You can't pay her anything you owe her. I would have brought that up, Onyeka. Unless, like, you're really confused and it's not in dollars.
Sorry, I'm looking for another picture to draw.
But in Portugal, he tells her,
quit your job. Let me be your financial provider. Let this not be emotional dependence, but also financial dependence.
She did it, y'all. She
$150,000 a year at this job, so it was a very steady, stable income.
I hope you learned to put yourself first, like this lesson. This trust is unnatural.
I was stupid, and I have never relied on a man for anything in my entire life.
Portugal to Denmark to Miami. Again, somebody needs to seize y'all's power. So they use her money for this. Okay, what about the investment sale?
Any day now.
Fly back to Denmark, walks up to her again. Bambi, there's something I have to tell you.
Ranger offers over 1 million high-quality products, from motors and belts to switches and sensors, helping maintenance engineers keep production lines moving. Call, click, or stop by. Ranger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm like, what now?
The Danish tax authorities flagged the deal. They're going to take taxes out of the escrow account. There's a hearing September 10th. So lo and behold, no investment sale money yet. Back in Denmark this time, she meets the dreaded older sister, the abuser, the maniac, and she's
Just such a nice, kind, wonderful human. And I just can't picture her being this evil, crazy woman that beats his mom.
Okay, so far, the royal family lives in a village home. He's not close to them at all. His Olympic tales have zero proof. His back surgery recovery timeline is impossible. None of his rental income exists. He owes her $26,000. He can't fund a thing. Yet he makes
$400,000 a year.
and he asks you to fund him out of your credit cards. Did you for a second get it in? I'm not even asking you about common sense.
Cool. So anyway, we flew to...
He's back in the U.S. September 10th, he has his hearing. She wakes up, calls him.
How did it go?
Worse than I possibly could have imagined.
Of course. Why would anything good fall out of your mouth, Martin? His assets on hold. Second hearing in October, and another on his bigger account in January.
I'm definitely feeling like all the red flags. I'm like, this does not make any sense. But there's not a whole lot I can do.
She felt flags. She just didn't pick them out and read them. She didn't look directly at them. She flies him out to Dallas. At this point, she is fully financially supporting His Royal Highness, the millionaire business mogul that he is. The October hearing happens. His account unfrozen. He sends her $9,000. She got $9,000 back. This is the first plus sign since the start of this video. Cue the gospel choir, the fireworks, Beyonce's Break My Soul. You know what this means? This is worth celebrating. A trip! I'm just kidding. Scammers, they work like casinos. They give you a payout. It's only to keep you playing. Now he only owes her $20,000. And anytime a scammer gives you money, he's gearing up to ask you for a lot more. Flies back to Denmark in December, sends her a message. Cue the tragedy. Dad's in the hospital. No. She flies out. He didn't book her hotel. Why? Because he got charged this huge insurance fee. Like, I thought there was no insurance. She pays. She's hanging out with one of his friends. He invites them out. She declines. He goes, oh yeah.
Well, he probably doesn't want to run into any of his enemies from his past gambling addiction.
Wait, what?
I looked at him and I said, what gambling addiction? And his best friend looks at me and goes, you didn't know that he had a gambling addiction?
His friend was offended on her behalf. That was a spark that lit her brain to start ticking, to start questioning everything.
He told me that he told you. He said he owed me money. I was like, he was like, he paid me back the money he owed me, but he did take money from me at one point. That was like 10 years ago.
Oh, are we cooking now?
Do you have a gambling addiction? I remember I screamed it in his face. I did not even care.
And this is the moment that rose-colored lens fell off. Sis finally started doing math. She tells him she needs proof for these excuses he's been making, like the insurance payment. He goes,
You know me. Do you really think I'm capable of doing this to you?
and because she is deep in a trauma bond, she goes,
Do you know?
this is cognitive dissonance, when reality and fantasy fight, and fantasy wins, because reality is too painful. But she does set one boundary.
If I catch you in a lie again, like, we're gonna have some problems.
Good, yes. So, we had plans to go to Budapest next month, so...
You can probably imagine I paid for that entire trip.
Of course you did. She's in Dallas, he's in Copenhagen. January hearing for that big account is coming. Will he bring it up? She's testing. He does. Passes the test. How did it go? They put an 18-month freeze on his assets.
I'm like, oh, this This is so frustrating.
He sends her an email proving the freeze.
And I saw the email.
Which, fun fact, anyone can fake in 3 minutes on Canva. Right now, it's getting arduous. It's getting difficult. It's not as fun for Martin. Every time he says something, he's got to prove it. Now they know about his gambling addiction. But it's time for their anniversary. He flies to Dallas. He's splurging on wine. He's starting arguments. He's embarrassing her in front of her friends. He yells at her. It escalates. He storms out of the house and sleeps at a hotel. Tells her,
and then we're going to see where we stand.
what do you mean, where y'all stand? Are you walking out of this relationship that easy? Maybe the cover is blown. Hard to hide now that he needs to prove everything. So he's fabricating conflict to leave.
You would never behave like this.
So this behavior was new.
This is a side to him that I've never seen before.
The next day, now he's sober. He wants to pick up some things from the house and go back to the hotel.
We're still doing this? He spent like $1,500 the night before for our anniversary and just dropped another $1,000 on hotel room.
She wants to keep the peace. She does all it takes. Let this thing brush over, because that's how trauma bonds work. Everything so far has been chaotic, but nothing compares to what happens next. Her best friend calls her. Mika's phone, every time it rings, you know it's bad. Calm voice, serious tone.
I've been wanting to reach out to you for some time, but did you know that your ex owes my husband $200,000?
I'm sorry, what?
I remember I was like eating lunch. I was next to my ex. I was eating lunch, and I'm just like, read this message, and I couldn't breathe.
She turns to Martin.
What the hell is this about?
Martin immediately spins a fairy tale.
The money's in lunches, they're being sold. They were back to make a profit. Crypto, you wouldn't understand me.
Her friend goes,
No, this is not correct.
for this series, she refers to them as Crypto and Crypto's wife. Martin told him the watches were sold a long time ago. Money was on its way, and it's been delayed with excuses. Dad's in the hospital. Tragic timing. Blah, blah. And then the bombshell. Crypto works in crypto, so he tracks the wallet that Martin asked him to send the $200,000 into. The wallet linked to a gambling website since 2013. This man was gambling with other people's money.
And in that moment, I just fully collapsed to the ground.
She confronts him.
You're lying to me. You're gambling. Just tell me the truth. Be honest with me. For once in your life, tell me the truth.
And he finally comes clean.
I'm gambling.
She has no one to talk to about this. No one knows. She feels embarrassed. She calls her friend from New York, Kathleen, who keeps it real. Gambling's not a phase.
This will be the rest of your life.
She calls Crypto. Her friends, Crypto and his wife.
I'm so sorry. Like, I felt so much guilt, like, that I didn't know that all this was happening.
They're not going to tell police. They're here for her. Honestly, that's astonishing. Most people would burn the world to the ground for $200,000. They chose empathy. That's kindness you don't see anymore out here. She's struggling to move forward. She can fix it. They go to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting in Dallas. It gives her hope. Her wife says, there's a reason to hate them. Suggests a private investigator. The investigator reports back a clean criminal record. Never been to the Olympics. Surprise. That line was so dumb. It's like a middle school hallway lie.
Well, my dad's an astronaut. My uncle invented YouTube. I went to the Olympics twice.
But this revelation cracks the story open. Reverse searches pictures of that Copenhagen apartment. The one he sold and funded that tax payment, the repairs. A friend's $250,000 catastrophe he helped. That Copenhagen apartment from a German interior design company. Not his, never was. She spirals. He comes home. She sits him down. Your life is a compilation of lies, she asks.
Did you go to the Olympics? He goes, I went to the Olympics. So I say, okay, well, I'm going to give your mom a call, and I'm going to verify it with her. So I pull up my phone, and I dial the number. It actually rings once. And he goes, okay, I didn't go to the Olympics.
He starts crying, begging, telling her,
You're my dream woman. I did everything for you.
he wanted to provide for her like she provided for his addiction. He was a parasite, a bug, but she still loved him. The relationship was crumbling. Everything was a lie. He owes her friend $200,000. What would any sane person do? Break up? Seek therapy? Call the police? Tell her family? Pause? Reflect? No. You book a trip.
Most people don't know that you can get a domain from Squarespace. Not just a website, but you're not most people.
Hi, Riam.
You can get a domain from Squarespace. Something like velvetchords.com for your music studio. Or kidchords.com for your middle school band camp. Whatever your dream, Squarespace is how you make it happen. All under one roof. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
Just nothing heals betrayal like adding debt. Columbia. It was a visa run. She set up a payment plan, okay, coming from her husband's income. She began to keep an eye on his gambling problem. Something big happens in Colombia. He proposed. She said yes. At this point, my soul left my body. You don't propose after the $200,000 revelation. You know, you propose after brunch, maybe. And
Well, there's 6 others.
financial ruin. And you said yes. At least say give it some time. Let's think about fixing this marriage. It's her birthday now. And trip.
We traveled to Panama for my 30th birthday.
They're on their flight. He gets a call.
I was like, your dad died?
Yes, but
It was the most uncomfortable position for me because he did not show any emotion at all.
they're in the U.S. He's now a resident. Celebrate.
And then we go to Miami.
He paid for it, but he still owes her money. So she reminded him.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to send you some money.
She's getting irritated now. He's in the balcony getting some air. She's looking over his shoulder, and she sees a gambling website.
Yeah, my stomach is in knots.
Mind you, they're with his mom. She sends him a text. She doesn't want to bring it up in front of her. He says,
It's not a gambling website. It's just a gambling website I use to watch free sports.
she demands to see his bank statements. It's the first time this girl's done real estate. Shows her his Revolut statements. You don't know, that's like an online bank in Europe. And his Danish account, she checks it for months.
Did not see anything alarming at all.
She let it go.
But I was very clear, I better not ever see this on your phone ever, ever, ever again.
It's time you pitch in with the bills.
And I'm not here to be your sugar mama.
He can now get a social security number, he can get a bank account. Finally, a bank account in the U.S. that she can monitor. Since he's a gambling addict, she needed to really take control of the finances to ensure everything is in order. She couldn't do that with his Danish bank. This was an opportunity to save this marriage. He opens one with Chase, transfers money.
Well, send her the money. Send me the money I owe you. Don't worry.
A couple days go by, he says the transfer hit.
And he shows me an email from Chase, and it said, we need to verify your identity.
She says, boy, I've been banking with Chase since forever. We're going to the branch. She sets up another test.
We're going to go to Chase, and I'm going to try to get out of the car and go into the bank with him. If he says, no, you should just wait in the car, I'm going to know he's hiding.
Lo and behold, he tells her to wait in the car.
And you know what? I let him do his thing. I let him go inside. I'm like, okay, let's see what he comes back with.
He said he fixed it. Put together $1,000 for her.
What's going on? Are you lying? He was like, no, I'm not lying. I was like, well, I'm tired of carrying this relationship on my back, and I'm over it.
Onyeka finally, and of course he gets back.
Eat prunes, Jagger. I don't know what to tell you.
He pulls the disrespect card.
He's like, I am telling you the truth, and you disrespecting me, making me feel like less a man.
Storms off and locks the bedroom door like a man-child.
He's like, I don't want to talk to you.
She sat in the living room with his bank cards. She knows it's Chase again. What if she drove over to the ATM and checked balance?
And I clicked the lovely button that said check balance, and what was in his account? 34 cents.
That's 34 pennies, y'all. She confronts him the next day.
And he just looks at me, and he's at a loss for words.
Promises he's not gambling. She wants space. She distances herself. She's pulling back. She goes through his phone. Yes, he's gambling. She's losing it at this point. And he's still lying about not gambling. She tells Martin she's contemplating divorce. Does the whole crying thing again? We'll see. Everything moving forward is a test. What does this couple do when their relationship is falling apart? They go to Spain, then Portugal, to wedding plan.
So we look at a couple different venues, and we find one that we really like, and it's very reasonably priced. The deposit was only 1,500 euros.
She adds him to her credit card, which she just paid off. She wants to help him build his credit score. He just moved to the U.S. He doesn't have a credit score. What if he wants to get a mortgage? One day, she just, looks at the balance, and it was super high.
There was a cash advance for $7,000, and I was like, what is going on?
What the f*** is this?
He tells her he relapsed. Gambling. First time he said yes, she's hurt, but happy he said the truth.
Thank you so much for telling me the truth.
The truth, mind you, that he gambled $7,000 worth of watches, maxed out my credit card, and gambled that too. Gambled off of his salary advances too. Do you ever win a single bet from him? For God's sake.
This was the first time that he was being open and honest with me, quote unquote. So I was grateful for that.
She just wanted to know one thing. That massive business account with 12 million, 10 million, he said.
Does that exist?
He said it exists. 100%.
I promise you, like,
Who believes this guy?
this money's gonna hit, we're gonna have our dream wedding, and everything's gonna be okay. And so I believe him.
Girl, I swear to God, you could not have believed it. But there was another trip. She was on a trip in the Bahamas. She gets a call. Lo and behold, that account, the massive one, unfrozen. 300,000, wasn't it 10 million? 300, we'll take it. They got access to money, you guys. She's so happy, delighted.
Obviously, I don't take his word for shit at this point.
She wanted to see call logs, screenshots.
Hi, Fire Gamer.
So quickly.
And I put it into ChatGPT, and it said it was linked to his bank in Denmark. So I was like, okay, this is real.
The account is clear. Now he can pay back her parents for the money that they spent on their wedding planning. Her parents sent their bank info.
First of the month.
Come first of the month, he sent the transfer. Screenshot scheduled for August 9. She waits till the 8th.
Mom, you should be getting a payment tomorrow.
Nothing. What?
It's weird.
It's not weird. It's the same pattern, but we're delusional. Monica tells Martin there's no money.
Show me that screenshot again.
Screenshot says August 14th. That makes no sense. Am I hallucinating? It was August 9th. She decided to wait. Come August 14th. No money.
I'm just like, what is going on?
I don't know, Anika, but you've asked this 40 times now. Don't you, recognize patterns? Everybody's asking her this. Was the ball, cans?
This is so weird and bizarre.
It's literally not at this point. We've all accepted the truth that your husband is scamming you, and you're still finding it bizarre after all this. Man, he robbed your friend off $200,000 and 30 off you. And now your parents. She asks him if the money's hit on Monday. It hasn't. She's triggered. She confronts he's lying again. And they're fighting. And he storms off like the man child he is. She's smiling. This whole thing is a lie. She's looking at that screenshot he showed her.
What should it look like?
She tries to make one herself. Lo and behold, he never transferred anything. But except for a review page, confirmation page you get onto before you go send.
What he did was he cropped out the scheduled payment button so it looked like he had sent the money, but he really did not.
This chaos is happening. Her friend's in the house. He's going upstairs. She follows him.
He said, I'm going to ask you one question. Did you send that money to my mom? And he said, of course I did. I go, I'm going to ask you again. Did you send that money to my mom? And he said, yes.
This man's glitching. She had to show him screenshots so he'd understand his own lie. Of course, as always, when he's caught, he storms out the house. This man's cardio must be insane. The number of times this man's run away from accountability, but he's not running away from her text. Caught red-handed. His response?
I think we should call off the weddings.
He corrects himself.
No, let me rephrase that. We are calling it off.
You calling it up? After scamming her friends, family, and mom, you're the one breaking up. And he tries to flip the situation like she ruined his mental health.
Now it's time to focus on my own.
Alright, I'm done. I drew a little bit. I have a bunch of bugs, and I'm all fucking itchy and shit. So, I'm gonna leave a little earlier than I usually do. But, I'm done drawing. Thanks for watching. Show's over.